Hey everyone, so today I'm talking about something that is overdue, which is the review of the Orca OR48. Now I know probably a lot of you know about this cart and maybe have considered this cart, and Orca actually reached out to me and sent me this cart, and it's been almost a year since I got it. And it's been sitting on the shelf over here and sitting on the sound trailer because I've been really wanting to wait until I had the opportunity to figure out how it fits in my production sound ecosystem, because every component kind of finds its place. Sometimes I may have an intention for something, but as you guys know, when you're on set and you start using something, sometimes you'll just discover, oh wow, this could work really well for this, or this isn't working as well as I thought, so I'm either going to sell this or put it to use in a certain scenario. So it's not going to be worth talking about just the follow cart if I can't also talk about the whole solution that I'm using for the small setup. Now, before I even get into the Orca OR48 and this cart, I want to talk about the big cart. So here is my follow cart that I use on narrative, longer term projects and big commercials, and where it's appropriate, where I need this level of workflow and storage. And then of course, the main cart here, each of which is probably 300 pounds when you fully load them. So it's going to take a team of 3 people. You're going to have a transpo involved, trailers involved. There's a lot that goes into this, but also a lot of convenience and benefit to working large like this. But what I'm really have been focused on lately is moving into a system that is portable to do the second units, the splinter units, also the commercials that maybe are not big enough to justify bringing this large package. But as we all know, when you go to these shoots, they still want all the slates, they want the wires, they want the sync boxes, and you still want to have your mics with you and everything that you would normally have in a larger system. But you don't have access to a trailer, and you're having to put all of this stuff in your work vehicle, like an SUV or something like that. Like I just have a standard SUV, which will fit, the standard amount of stuff any SUV will fit. So I actually picked up the Super Zuca here in late last year, and I absolutely love this cart as a main cart. It has the perfect amount of weight and storage for a primary cart. Also, it's very professional as far as its presentation is concerned. It's rigid. It doesn't feel like it's going to topple over. It has the stand, the Matthew stand for the LPDA antenna system you see here, which has the Manfrotto mount, and then also a place to put your boom. I also like that it has foam-filled wheels, and it's just a really excellent solution. And Cannibal Industries is the one who makes this. Or you could just order your own Zuca cart if you feel like you want to customize it yourself, or reach out to them directly about customization. I just bought this one off the shelf and I've been absolutely in love with it. But we're not talking about the Cannibal Industries Super Zuca. We're actually talking about the Orca OR48, or I think they also call it an Orca cart or an ORCART. So this one's probably been on the market, 3 to 5 years now? And I've got some mixer friends who use this. Scott Beatty is one of them. He actually has been on the channel a couple times, and I'll put a link to the video that he does about the full review, because he uses this for his bag and all of his wireless and everything he needs on set. But how I've been using it is as a follow cart. So before I even get into the features of the Orca OR48, let me first go over to my primary follow cart, because I want to show you that on a proper, larger follow cart, you're going to want to have a work surface here. This is obviously a space for all of your wires, and drop something on the ground. Just a 2-inch clip. So all of the wires and clips and everything you need to stay organized, plus drawers for microphones, tapes, all that kind of stuff, batteries, and then a place to put your contacts, all your mics. So as you can see, I mean, it's just the follow cart handles all the things that your main cart would never fit. So it's the same case here with the Super Zuca. Now the Super Zuca actually has pretty good storage, because if you look here, I'll actually unzip this. You can see that inside, well, I've got some headphones, some stuff for rain gear. Also, I use these cool little bags that I got at the hardware store, Husky bags, at Home Depot or Lowe's, I don't know. I confused the two. And so these two, time code cables, batteries. This one says Hank, because that's a guy I've been working with. This has everything I need for the boom utility. And slate. But as I start to load this up, it becomes very, filled up pretty quickly. And you also have these storage inside. I got power for the NP1 battery eliminator, paper tape, and then just some general zipper storage on both sides. Comtex. So you could easily get away with a very small chute using just this cart. But typically if I'm using a cart like this, I have a little bit more need for stuff. So like we could be doing car work. So I'm gonna need plants or specialty type of microphones, like those, like clips to put in the mics into the cars and extra transmitters and all this kind of stuff. This is gonna get overfull very, very quickly. And it's funny, I always see all these amazing pictures of the Super Zucas out there online, and I appreciate them, but it reminds me of like the hashtag van life photos. It's like, it's not the reality, because where's the pile of the rest of your shit is really what I think about, because so much of what we do on set is not only just happening at the sound cart, a lot of it is happening at the follow cart. So here on the Orca OR48, we have all of the nice built-in storage and shelves here that you can actually move around. It's a very rigid kind of Velcro material. And I've used the Orca bags for my 633, my 688, and these things are like indestructible. I have beat the shit out of it, and it just, the rigid frame and the build quality is no question that I knew it was gonna last. I didn't even have to think about, oh, is this stuff gonna hold up? The other thing is it actually, here, I'm gonna turn this, it's so lightweight, it's easy to turn. So you have all of these different pockets and zippers here to actually store your different things. And in the side here, you can put lav mics. You can also put your Comtex, tapes, anything that you're gonna need to work in and out of goes excellent on this side here with the pockets. Now, what's cool is it also kind of Velcros close, as you can see here. And you even have a little thing for, you could put a boom or something in this little pocket here. You've got one on each side, so that's convenient. And then it's almost like these kind of like, luggage handle, like you see on some of the Pelican cases where you can actually roll it around. Plus it has wheels. And then this is cool. So when you load it into your car, it actually can slide on these rails rather than damaging the material. So let me spin it around. So the work surface on top is really what makes this the ultimate follow cart. Like, if you see here, this is the rock and roller, which I love. I don't take this out as much because it's hard to, like, it's not hard. It's just breaking it down and putting it back together is a pain in the ass. And I just don't like doing it. And my vehicle is not tall or wide enough to fit this built like this. So this kind of basically sits here in the sound workshop. And I use it for a lot of the tech projects I do in here. However, this one, the top actually basically comes off of here and then folds inside of the Orca OR48. So this little clip keeps it in place. So you don't have to worry about it falling off. And what's another important thing is that it's a work surface for you to put your transmitters, your wires, your batteries. I can tell you probably, and those of you who have been doing this a while know that one of the biggest things for moving efficiently on set is not really, how fast you move or like, how multi-talented you are as far as multitasking, as much as your organizational system. So like, all of your battery changes, prepping your wires, prepping your straps, and all of that needs to happen on a work surface in an organized way. Like at lunch, you're changing all the batteries for everything. And when you're working in like Pelicans, or you have everything overloaded in like a small cart like the Zuca, things start to get really kind of unorganized. Like here, this is my seat when I work with the Super Zuca and the Orca OR48 because I can sit on it. It's the perfect height for this cart or this cart. And inside of it is just my backup 633 and some cabling and things that I don't necessarily need during the day, but it's kind of like the oh shit moment. I have a problem when it records, you gotta have a backup solution. So this works great for that, but it doesn't work great for holding all the stuff that the Orca OR48 does because in my opinion, the Pelican cases are too heavy, number one. Number two, you just fill them full of stuff. Even if you have the dividers, you're just digging and it's not this organized presentation that you see here on the Orca OR48.